Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. Today, I want to talk about the number one way to know if your ex wants to get back together. Besides, obviously, they say they want to get back together. That's pretty obvious. But there is another way that you can know. What is it? Well, stay tuned and I'll tell you. But before that, I want to remind you to make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. And while you're at it, tap the bell icon so you'll be notified when a new video is up. So I get a lot of emails on this, and I see a lot of comments on this topic of people who have been in no contact and now they are in contact with the ex, but they're still not back together. So they're in this limbo, in this purgatory, if you will. And so I thought it's time to tell people what to do so they can get out of purgatory and go to heaven, or maybe not. Okay, so I have an email from a guy who is in the situation. I'm going to go through it, and then I'm going to tell you what's the number one way that you can know if your ex wants to get back together. All right, so this guy says, my girlfriend and I were together for about 4 months. One evening she texted me that she needed space. So that's always a bad sign. Because if someone is into you, if their interest level is high, they do not need space. And it's often a precursor to being broken up with. Just saying. I know you don't want to hear it, but I'm here to tell you the truth. The truth will set you free. But first, it will piss you off. Okay. And it's she needed space, and it's better for both to spend some time apart. Well, nothing like making a decision for him. It's better for both of us. No, maybe it's better for you, but not for me, he's probably thinking. I asked her why, and she told me she doesn't need a mother to take care of her. She needs a man to do more things together. Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. So it sounds like he may have been behaving as a beta male, but I don't know. Okay, the next day I called her, bad move, and said that we must talk. I expressed my feelings, bad move, and she was a bit cold. Exactly. People don't care about your feelings if they say they need space. You're just thinking about yourself. I called her a few more times, bad move, and said I wanted to hear her voice and see what she's doing. She responded well and told me it was good to call her. After that, I said to her that I respect her decision and I will leave her alone. Finally, a good move. It's about time. 2 days later, she texted me, what are you doing? And that she needed to talk a little bit. I saw her message 2 hours later, but it was midnight, and she told me that we'll speak another time. So I guess she didn't really want to talk, because if she really wanted to talk, it wouldn't matter if it was midnight or 4 a.m. I said, okay, whatever you want. 6 days later, she texted me again and said she wants to call me and have a little chat. I said, okay. We spoke on the phone, and again, I expressed my feelings for her. Bad move. Stop it. Stop expressing your feelings. You telling your ex, someone that's broken up with you, someone's told you they want space, that I love you, I care for you. They don't care. You're just telling them that I'm just going to be sitting here waiting. Take your time. Do whatever you want. Take as much space as you want because I love you and I'll do whatever I have to be with you. Stop it. Okay, expressed my feelings for her and that I respect her decision to spend some time alone. She told me that she didn't mean for me to disappear from her life, and why didn't I call her so many days? So she wants to have her cake and eat it too. She wants you to still call her, but she doesn't want to see you. How nice that is. Okay. I said the same thing. I respect your decision, but we must talk in person. Okay, you're starting to sound like a robot now. Then she told me that she's the bad person and that I'm a very good man, and I respected her and I looked after her. The whole situation lasted 3 weeks, waiting for her to call me and have a talk. I felt that I was her toy and her backup plan because I was waiting 3 weeks to have a talk, but never happened. So I called her. Bad move. And said that there's no need to talk and that I'll pass from by her house the next day to get my stuff. She didn't expect my reaction and asked why and what changed my mind. I told her she was not for me and that she broke up with me in the 3-week period but she didn't notice yet. Well, at least he called her to say that he was getting his stuff. That's fine. When I went to her home to get my things, she was very sad, and I wished her all the best and left. She didn't say a thing and did nothing to save it. Exactly. I'm in no contact for 37 days since then, and I want to ask you if it's the right thing to do. Hell yes, it's the right thing to do. Did she dump me, or with the things I've said to her, it's like I dumped her? She started by saying to me that she needs space, and I feel like I finished the breakup. Should I stay in no contact? Yes. If she didn't contact me, should I contact her in a month and a half? No. Where did you get this month and a half thing? You're thinking of the 60-day rule. The 60-day rule does not mean you call them after 60 days. It just means you're likely to hear from them between days 45 and 60. So you do not call. So I think you did the right thing. I mean, it's hard to say who broke up with who. Yeah, she didn't really say it, but she didn't stop you. So what is going on here? What is happening that happens to a lot of people when they hear from their ex? Well, that is, the ex talks to you, or she says she wants to get together and talk to you, and she texts. They text, they call, but they never get together. If someone wants to get back with you, they want to see you sooner rather than later. Think about it. If you broke up with someone and you realize, oh no, I made a mistake, and you call them or you text them and you're in contact, don't you want to see them as soon as possible? Don't you want to run down to their house or have them come to you, no matter what time it is, because you realize you made this horrible mistake and you want to see them as soon as possible? Yes. So I know a lot of you are in limbo where you hear from the ex and yet they're not pulling the trigger, in the sense that they're not giving you a time and a place to get together. Something comes up, oh, I'm busy this week, I'm traveling and someone's sick, the dog, la 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 la. And time goes on and you get more and more upset and more anxious. Like, what is going on here? Exactly. What is going on here besides the fact they're wasting your time? So if this is the situation you're in, you need to say something. And when you say something, it's going to depend on, obviously, your exact situation. I can't speak to every situation. If you want to know more, you would need to speak to me, and we can do that in a coaching session. The link is below. So after an adequate amount of time, and they're not trying to get together with you, or it's not happening, you can just say, listen, I feel like I'm in limbo. You say you want to get together. We haven't gotten together. I'm not going to go on like this. So if you want to get back together, then you let me know. Until then, please do not contact me, because I need to move on with my life. Now, if they say to you, oh, you want to date? You say, no, I'm going to move on, and eventually, of course, I will date, but at the moment, I just want to move on. Do not say, I need to heal. That makes you sound like a victim. You need to heal from your wounds. Just say, I need to move on. So you're telling them that you're serious, that you're not going to be sitting around waiting. And of course, they're going to think that it's because you want to date. Now, I'm not talking about when they contact you about getting together because they say, oh, let's get together and chat. Or let's get together and catch up. That's what I meant. Or they say, oh, we need to exchange stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ex, where you've been in no contact, you've already exchanged all your stuff, and they're not trying to get together just to chat, but they want to see you. And you can see that they miss you and they think they made a mistake. They want to see you. But if they're not moving ahead with trying to see you, they're kind of playing with you. They're messing with you. They're wasting your time. And so they're either going to finally set a date and see you, or they're going to leave you alone. So that is number one way to know if your ex wants to get back together, in that they want to see you sooner rather than later. All right? So if you are in that situation now where you're in contact with an ex, but you haven't yet seen them, tell me what excuses they're giving you for why you haven't got together yet. I would be very curious to know. And in the meantime, if you would like to do a private coaching session with me about your situation, you can contact me at theartoflove.net. The direct link is below. If you're listening on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. If you're listening on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.